Ó, aqui é a Priscilla. Aqui é o nosso aviãozinho. Os malucos estão colocando... Já colocaram as refeições dentro. A gente tá esperando para embarcar nesse portãozinho ali, ó. Portão 10. Aqui.
E esse é o gordo com a gorda. Tá
Não dá pra
escuro.
ver. O avião tá ali no fundo. Tô tremendo
Tá
um pouquinho.
escuro. Ah, agora clareou.
Aí é isso.
Cadê minha câmera?
Daqui a pouquinho a gente... Vou filmar a gente invadindo a bagaça. Tá, vamos colocar as bagagens dentro do avião, ó. Quer dizer, eu acredito que sejam as bagagens. E aí, pessoal, esse aqui é o nosso primeiro vídeo aqui em Orlando, com a filmadora que a gente comprou, tá? E aqui no 334 ali é o nosso quarto, ali tá a Priscilla. Esse aqui é o nosso carro aqui, ó, Mustang conversível GT 2008, quer dizer, desculpa, 2010. Deixa eu mostrar aqui um pouquinho eu. A gente vai pegar... Vou mostrar pra vocês como é que é esse carro com a capota aberta. Um pouquinho do carro. Um pouquinho do carro dentro. A nossa placa. Bom, Priscilla vai sair com o Mustangão. Ela vai abrir o teto. Porra do carro é conversível, mano. Tem que, né? Agora eu vou sentar no passageiro. Olha a situação do camarada. Vou mostrar aqui um pouquinho como é o carro dentro. As minhas coisas ali. Deixa eu só... Dá um tchauzinho. Priscilla dirigindo.
É pra direita.
Priscilla dirigindo o Mustangão. Vai, devagar. Mano, que curva é essa, velho?
Tá errado?
Pô, você tem que fazer curva fechada, mano.
Mas não tinha ninguém vindo.
Vê se esse cara fosse sair.
Ai, cadê o erro?
Olha pra frente, olha pra frente. Nossa, mano, assustador o bagulho. Bom, a gente acabou de chegar aqui no Museu da Polícia Americana, aqui ó, American Police Hall of Fame and Museum. E ali do outro lado ali a gente tem United States Astronaut Hall of Fame. Olha que louco. Só que aquele ali, esse do astronauta a gente não vai. Porque a gente precisa, tem que comprar roupa, tem que fazer uns negócios, a gente não vai hoje. Nós vamos só aqui. Finalmente a gente iniciou aqui as filmagens. E vamos entrar. Aqui a gente tá dentro do... Tem os bonés, ó. Melbourne. Chapel. Esse carro foi usado no filme Blade Runner. Officer of the Year, policial do ano. Tem um cara aqui que eu achei curioso, que ele lembra um pouco Charles Bronson, cara, olha. Não lembra um pouco Charles Bronson. Officer of the Year. Aqui é aquele veículo, deixa eu ver o nome disso aqui. Segway é o nome dele.
For added safety and reliability, the Segway PT has redundant systems. The Segway PT's brushless motors.
Aqui é um memorialzinho que eles fizeram em homenagem aos policiais e bombeiros que perderam a vida no World Trade Center. Ó, se eu não me engano, isso daqui é um pedaço de fuselagem, ó. Aqui tem alguns policiais que perderam a vida. World Trade Center. This is weapons. Lot of weapons. Toy weapon. Ah, aqui a arma do que o pessoal de antigamente utilizava, aquelas metralhadoras de filme, mó barato, com tambor. Agora eu vou ter que entrar aqui na cela porque o bicho pegou. Aí tá a prisão. The electric chair. A forca para decapitação. Acho que é forca que fala aí. Aqui é uma salinha de operações, ó.
Come on, buddy, for a ride. Late model, vehicle. 254.
A gente tá chegando ali na câmera de gás. Olha a roupa da Pri.
Dá pra pôr a cabeça aqui, tá?
Aqui é uma cena de crime. Aí eu vou mostrar, a Priscilla vai apertar os botões ali, ó. E eu vou mostrar um pouquinho como é que funciona, olha que barato. Aqui é o luminol, né? Que identifica o sangue. Gun. Fingers.
And fibers. Tira uma minha. Isso.
A gente acabou de sair aqui da cena de crime. Aqui é o que era usado para colher as digitais, ó. Fingerprint. Aqui as roupas. Aqui tem umas miniaturas muito legais. Olha essa daqui. Agora eu vou ali, ó, descobrir se aquilo ali, ó, é só para os policiais. Pri, espera um pouquinho. Que são os policiais que perderam a vida em trabalho. Olha essa. Ó, 12 de setembro. Ai, pai, o Rex. Tchau, amor. Vou procurar um americano.
Oh!
Que a gente tá indo buscar. Olha. Estamos indo escolher o nosso carro. Ó, qualquer um desses carros aqui a gente pode escolher. Cadê o Charger? Por que isso aqui tá aberto?
Todos estão. O porta-mala aberto, você já cortou tudo.
Eu acho que aquele ali vermelho era um Charger. Esse também é Charger. Acabou, Pri. O preto? O prata?
Vermelho.
Abaixa a tampinha pra gente ver. Devagar, não fecha. Vixe, tá até Impala, mano. Bom pessoal, esse aqui é o nosso segundo dia aqui em Orlando. A gente está se preparando para ir para o Magic Kingdom. Bom, aqui onde a gente está hospedado é exatamente igual nos filmes, tá vendo? O cara vem e para o carro direto na frente do lugar do quarto onde ele está instalado, né? Aqui ó, nosso carro, um full size Chevrolet Impala, carro de negão. Só não sei o ano desse. Agora eu vou mostrar um pouquinho do nosso quarto. Aqui tá a minha cama, ó, do lado da mala preta. É aí que eu durmo. Priscilla dorme ali, cama de casal. Tem uma geladeirinha, um forninho, televisão, que o controle remoto não funciona, é uma merda. A mala da Pri. Aqui é o nosso lavabinho, né, tal, banheiro. Chuveiro. E é isso, gente. Agora a gente tá indo pro parque. Ver se tá tudo certo. Tá tudo beleza. Ah, detalhe, deixa eu mostrar um negócio. Sente só o reloginho do maluco. Eita. Vamos nessa então. Aqui é saindo do barraco, ó. Então se liga, ó. Saiu aqui. A gente vira à esquerda, ó. Detalhe importante, aqui a gente não consegue se locomover se não tiver isso. É impossível, camarada, acho que nem o americano ele consegue andar aqui se não tiver um GPS. Aqui tem uns corredorzinhos, ó, que o pessoal fica, aqui é onde a gente se registra, ó. Tá chegando os irmãos, tá ligado?
A piscina.
Tem uma piscininha meia bomba aí.
After 80 yards, turn right.
Viu? O bagulho fala, irmão. No meu GPS não fala comigo. Quer dizer, ele fala, mas fala o caminho errado.
Turn right.
Aí ali você turn right, de novo tá lá, irmão.
After 600 yards, turn
Aí, Anderson,
right.
só de Impala, hein? Sente só o carro da negrada.
Gordo, ali você.
A gente vai tomar café aí, ó. Bom, é isso aí. A gente está indo pro Animal Kingdom, primeiro parque do segundo dia que a gente está aqui. Chegamos, eu vou ter que colocar a mão na carteira, então eu vou parar de filmar. Bom, acabamos de passar ali pelo portão do pagamento para poder estacionar o carro. Agora a gente deve estar indo para aquela área ali, ó, que é onde ficam os carros estacionados. Ah, o Everest.
Ah, é, a gente vai nessa montanha russa porque meu namorado é corajoso.
Going to the park today, folks, are going to be greeted by our security. Security will be there to check bags of all kind. All bags of all kind. With a diaper bag, all clear, driver. Backpack, fanny pack, diaper bag, or purse. If it looks like a bag, clear, driver. Have all bags ready for the security, folks. If anything looks like a bag, they'll want to check it, so have them ready. Then when you get inside of the park, pick up brochures. Brochures will be there. Show you all.
A gente passou ali por, a gente acabou de passar por ali, que é onde é feita a inspeção das mochilas. E agora a gente vai entrar no Animal Kingdom. Cadê? Vamos ver A gente já tem Electronic Tickets, não é?
Onde você tá entregando isso?
Thank you so much, everybody. You guys are a lot of fun. We're all the village beatniks. Thank you.
Acabamos de passar aqui agora por onde a gente coloca os tickets. A Priscilla tá pegando aqui uns guias para nós.
Ride the what first?
Aqui vai ver.
Esses seriam os caras que operam a montanha-russa. Ai, cacete. Puta, mano. Mano. Eu tô tremendo, a câmera tá tremendo. Eu não tô legal. Ai, cara, onde você vai, né? Que negócio doente, cara. Que turma mais doente. Ai, mais uma descida. Ai, cacete. Nossa. Mano do céu. Eita, nossa senhora. Mano, que coisas que eu tô tremendo, mano. Mano do céu.
Gostou?
Não. Hoje... Bom, a gente acabou de ir nessa montanha russa aí, diabrada. maluca, dos cientistas malucos, só que eu não consegui filmar com essa câmera, tá na blog, porque me deu câimbra e eu não consegui tirar a câmera do bolso. Tira uma foto minha. Agora a gente vai nessa daqui, que é a que vai rápido.
E conta a história dos dinossauros.
20 minutos de espera.
Ah, tá facinho. Outro tava escrito 40.
Esse daqui é o que vai rapidão.
Eu não tenho como fotografar tudo. Olha eu.
Alligators are.
No diamond process. Very interesting.
About to become extinct. In a perfect blending of science and technology, the Dino Institute has created the Time Rover, an amazing vehicle that will literally transport you to the age of the dinosaurs. How? That's proprietary. But the result is a breathtaking journey through a prehistoric world that will witness the most spectacular creatures to ever walk the earth. In a moment, you'll be going live to our control center for a comprehensive safety briefing, and then it's on to the tour that will convince you forever that the future is truly in the past.
I can bring you back from the Cretaceous period. It stands to reason that I can bring back a live dinosaur with you. And not just any dinosaur. Take a look at this guy. He's an iguanodon, and I'm certain that he is the key to understanding these magnificent creatures.
I tagged him with a locator during an unauthorized field trip. Otherwise, I'd be traveling with you. Right now, our dino should be about here, at the very end of the Cretaceous period. That's where you're going today.
I've arrived, it seems, just in time to correct a little misstatement.
Dr. Marsh.
That is impossibly close to the giant asteroid impact that destroyed most life forms on Earth. Our tours are designed to take you to the early Cretaceous period, and I can assure you that all time rovers have been securely locked on those coordinates.
That's right. See? Securely locked. Access denied.
Continue.
Of course. We were just talking about seatbelts. Plug them in, use them. It can get kind of choppy out there, so keep your hands and arms inside the vehicle at all times.
Flash photography? I wouldn't. It alters the homing signal, and that's not good. Oh, and one more thing. Those locked coordinates? We're in. Now, here's the drill. You follow the homing signal to the iguanodon. Then I'll enlarge the transport field, and boom, you're back with one additional passenger, extra large. And don't worry about that asteroid. You'll be in and out of there before it even breaks the atmosphere. Trust me, what could go wrong? Hey, it's me again. Remember, only you guys are going on.
Time travel commencing in T-10 seconds and counting.
This is Seeker. Listen up. We've got to get in, grab the iguanodon, and get out before that asteroid hits. Let's roll! Now, let's go get that dino. Computer, what are you tracking?
Styracosaurus.
Not our dino.
Warning, meteor shower in range.
Just little one.
Oleramus. Hadrosaur. Chapter.
Time to get serious. Locking autopilot on homing signal now. Hang on. I'm tracking a big dino on the scope. Could be ours. Computer, full stop. Identify. Definitely not our dino. Go, go, go! Another big guy coming up. Computer. Slow. And identify.
Sauropod.
Still not our dino, but at least this one's a vegetarian. Whoops.
Asteroid impact in 90 seconds.
We better move it.
Pterodactyl.
Incoming!
Asteroid impact in 60 seconds.
We can't stop now. Keep going, keep going.
Compsognathus.
Computer.
Agora a gente chegou na África. Terra dos irmãos.
Children, even infants, must remain seated at all times. Now, good afternoon, everyone. My name is Everett, and I'm going to be your safari driver for this 2-week photo safari. Now, if you are going to take photos or videos out here, hold on to those cameras, because if I dropped them from my truck, the reserve will not let me stop to pick them up. And up above your heads, check out my game spotting guides I've got up there. Those guides, they'll help you identify any of the animals you might happen to see out there on a reserve that I might not as I'm driving. Of course, we've got all the animals up there on the reserve, but we'll never see them all, not in one safari. Now, the reserve is constantly patrolled by airborne wardens as well, and I'm required to check in with one as we enter. But before we do, I'm going to say again so everybody hears me. Fully seated is the rule. That's right. That means no standing, no squatting, no kneeling, no letting children stand on your lap or lifting them into the air or passing them back and forth across the truck. You're on a moving vehicle. You stand up, I hit my brakes, you fall over, you hurt yourself. Or even worse, somebody next to you. So if you do have any children, supervise your children throughout the entire safari. Now let's try to see one of those wardens are in range. This is Symbol 1 to the airborne warden. Can you read me?
This is Warden Wilson Mutua.
Well, John Bo Wilson. I'm entering the Little Aturi Forest with a 2-week photo safari. Over.
I'm Jambo, Symbol 1. Keep your eyes open and drive carefully. You should see lots of animals.
Oh, roger that, Wilson. I see something already. Look right here on our left-hand side. There's some bongo in the forest already. These reddish-brown animals. Now, the bongo, their nickname is actually the ghost of the forest because they're usually very rarely seen. Let's see the way their horns are grown. If there is up close to one, they're crisscrossed at the very tip top. That's so they can run very fast through the thick underbrush of the forest out here without getting tangled up. Yeah, keep your eyes open. There's a lot of natural cover and camouflage for the animals that live in the forest here. Most of the animals that live here, their only form of protection against predators is their natural ability to blend in with their surroundings. Now, on our left at the watering hole, I see we've got some yellow-billed storks down there. They're carnivores. Yeah, they like meat. They eat fish, frogs, snakes, and rats, and mice, and even other birds. Okay, now keep your eyes open. We'll see if we can find any animals around here. Oh, there's one, a black rhino on the other side of the watering hole walking around over there. Now, they're really rare. They're so rare because hundreds of thousands of them were slaughtered just for the horn on their head. Unfortunately, there's only 4,200 of them left in the world. Yeah, their skin is over an inch thick, and that makes them impervious to predators. All but for the predator known as man, of course. And they're not even entirely safe, even here on this reserve, because of poachers and illegal hunters. They try sneaking in here quite often just to harm the precious wildlife that we have living in here. All right, let's see what else we can find. Well, there's a saddle-bill stork out in the distance on our left, a couple of them. That's the largest stork in Africa. Those birds, they can stand about 6 feet tall. Their wingspan reaches around 9 feet wide, and they get their name by a big yellow saddle shape on the top of their bill, which resembles an English riding saddle as well. But we're pretty close to the Sapi River. I'm gonna head over there. Maybe I'll find some Nile hippopotamus for us. I usually have pretty good luck because hippos like to spend all day in the river. That protects them from the sun because they can get a sunburn just as easily as us humans can. So keep your eye on the water. You never know when one will pop up out of here at any time. Oh, I see a couple coming up on our right-hand side, just the other side of that log sticking up out of the water there. Now, when the sun goes down, they come out of the river. They eat about 150 pounds of vegetation every night. Newborn calves weigh about 85 pounds. Male hippos weigh upwards to 5,000 pounds. Hey, look, there's quite a few on our left-hand side as we follow the river. Lots of people think because they're so large they can't swim, but they swim really good. They spend so much time in the river, they sleep underwater. They'll come up every 5 to 8 minutes and get a breath of air and never even wake up. The pelicans, those are pink-backed pelicans. They're intelligent. They work together as a flock to herd fish in the shallow water so that they can all catch them a whole lot easier. That is pretty smart for a flock of birds. All right. But right now, as we cross the bridge up here in front of us, I'm going to say again before we do, remember to remain fully seated. If you do have any children, hold on to them to make sure they remain glued to their seat as we cross this bridge. Because under it, oh, check out all the hungry Nile crocodiles down there. That's right, crocs. Now, they're much larger and much more aggressive than the American alligator. Those crocs grow to be over 20 feet long. And they do crush bones with well over 1,200 pounds of pressure per square inch. And they are always hungry. I don't even like crossing that bridge, so let's get out of there.
Symbol 1, come in.
Well, this is Symbol 1. Over.
Just wanted to let you know that my ground patrol has seen a lot of elephant activity near the red clay pit. You definitely want to check out that area.
Well, roger that, Wilson, and thanks for the tip. Over. Well, all right, everyone. We're going to head over towards those clay pits in just a little while, but right now we're going to leave the forest here and enter a completely different ecosystem, the Serengeti grasslands, and it's home to some of our more popular animals and our more dangerous animals as well. Speaking of different, check out that tree on our right. That's a baobab tree. That means upside down in the Swahili language because it looks like it's growing with its roots up in the air, of course. But it stores large amounts of water in that big 1,000-year-old trunk. It does go leaflets up to 9 months out of the year as well to help it survive droughts. And look at this, my favorite view of the reserve. This is all part of the natural Africa that we're trying so hard to preserve and protect. Look at all the animals I see out there already. Let's get down the hill and see if we might be able to get up close to some. Get a great photograph out here on our safari. Now, the first thing I see is a water buck standing right there on our right-hand side. I can see it's a male because it has horns. And water bucks, they're crepuscular. Yes, crepuscular. That means they're only active in the early morning and early evening. Water bucks are waterproof. They really are. They secrete oil into their fur that makes them waterproof. Because when they see a predator, now the first thing they do is run to the nearest body of water and jump in and swim away. They never live far from water, and that's exactly why they're called a water buck. Well, let's see if we can find anything else around here. Well, here's something pretty interesting coming up on our left-hand side. It's not an animal, but insects make them. Those cones of earth, those are termite mounds. Yeah, the termites, they build them by mixing their saliva with a native soil. When they bake in the sun, they do get as hard as concrete. Elephants really love them, especially the big ones like the one we're going to pass up here on our left. The elephants come out here and rub all over them to scratch themselves like they're big, giant concrete scratching posts. And when they snap the top off one with their massive weight or just wear one down over time, smaller animals use them as vantage points to search the tall grass to make sure that no predators are sneaking up on them. Now look at this, everybody, on our left front-hand side up on the hill, giraffes. That's a female with a little baby giraffe up there, I just noticed. Now, all the giraffes on the reserve here, they're reticulated. They get their name from the Latin word, reticulata. That means net-like. That refers to the net-like markings on their sides. Male reticulated giraffes, of course, are the tallest animals in the world. They can stand around 20 feet tall when they're fully grown. Got a couple Patterson's eland coming up here. Let's get around the corner and see if we get up close to them. We're going to have some on our left and a couple on our right. These Patterson's eland here, they are the largest antelope in Africa. Males, they can weigh around 2,000 pounds and stand 6 feet tall at their front shoulders when they're fully grown, that is. And the big red cows out there on our right, those are Ankole cattle. See the size of the horns on their heads? Those horns grow to be 6 feet long and up to 20 inches around. And they're also called Watusi cattle for the African tribe that first domesticated them, of course. And we got a bunch of wildebeest coming up here as well. White-bearded wildebeest. They are part of the largest migrating herd of animals left on Earth. More than 1.5 million of these animals will cross the grasslands out here every single year. The little baby animal, looking animal laying there in the center of the field, that's a Thompson Gazelle, otherwise known as a Tommy. It might look like a baby, but it's not. It's fully grown. That's just as big as they get. Yes, every safari, people mistake them for babies because they're little and they're cute. They're 60 pounds at the most. Oh, there's another giraffe up there on the hill on our left, way up there in the distance. Yeah, things are all over out here. Giraffe is an Arabic word. It actually means graceful, because they are kind of graceful when their herds are moving across the grasslands out here. Now, we are very close to elephant country. I'm going to head over there. Maybe we'll find some elephants on this side of the reserve before we head over towards those clay pits, as Wilson suggested that we do earlier. Speaking of the warden.
What is your location? Over.
About to enter elephant country. Over.
Keep your eyes open for me. We picked up a baby elephant that was wandering off on its own. We can't find the mother.
Uh-oh.
I'm afraid poachers may be in the reserve.
Well, roger that, Wilson. If we spot anything out of the ordinary, I'll be sure to call you and let you know right away. Over. Well, did you hear that? Apparently the warden thinks there might be some poachers out here on the reserve today, and that's definitely not good at all. Now here on our left-hand side is what we call Monkey Point, because once in a while you might spot some mandrill monkeys around here, and then again you may not. They are the largest monkey in the world, so I don't know why they're always so hard to find. Apparently they might be hiding out in the shade somewhere because it's pretty hot out here today. And we are definitely in elephant country. So we'll find some elephants around here. Now, both male and female African elephants do have those ivory tusks. That does make them prime targets for those poachers Wilson was talking about. Okay. I don't see anything. So I guess we'll have to head over towards those clay pits. Maybe we'll be lucky and find those elephants Wilson set his ground patrol and see. They travel long distances in search of food because they eat so much. The adult African elephants, well, they eat anywhere from 400 to 500 pounds of grass and leaves every single day. That's a lot of vegetation. They have to find and pick and consume all in one day. Right. Oh, look, there's a zebra on our left. Right up there on the other side of the river. That's a grand zebra. They all look exactly the same to me, but they're not. Every single one of their stripe patterns are completely different, just like a human's fingerprints. As we pass through the clay pits here, look at all the tusk marks in the clay. You know, elephants come here, they dig out that clay, and then they eat it. That gives them minerals they don't get in their usual diets. Now, the warden said there were some elephants around here. And if we do find any, and you see one wearing, oh, I see one coming up right up here, we're going to get a good look at it. Now, if you notice one of them wearing a collar, well, that's not somebody's pet elephant running around out here on the reserve, no. That's because the scientists here, they're recording and studying their vocal communication habits. They're recording sounds that we can't even hear that the elephants out here use to communicate with each other in hopes that we may better understand how they do that. Look, it's a female with her baby. All right, a baby elephant. What a great find. Everybody loves little elephants.
There's another big one. Is it a little one?
Oh, there's another one. Back there in the shade. Oh, here on our right, I just spotted some sable antelope. Sable, there it is. All right. Yeah, when the sun goes down, they'll wake up for a couple hours. Okay, what else can we find? Well, we got some warthog burrows here on our left. Maybe we'll find a warthog, or maybe not. You never know about warthogs. And yep, here's one in the burrow, right there, right by my cabin of my truck. They never go far from their burrows. They are the largest burrowing mammal in all of Africa. Man, more ostrich eggs. That means there's got to be another 7 ostriches around here someplace. Yeah, I don't see it. Okay, let's see what else we can spot down in this direction. Poachers? Oh, well, roger that, Wilson. You know we can. Over. Well, all right, everyone. Apparently the warden needs our help. As a driver here, I do help the wardens anytime they ask. Oh, no. Well, it looks like Wilson might need our help more than he knows right now. This is Simba 1 to Wilson. Yeah, it looks like those poachers smashed through the eastern gate of the reserve to leave. So we're leaving the reserve and heading down towards Geyser Gorge. Over. Roger that, warden. We're heading towards your patrol as fast as my old slow truck will let us. Over. Now you can see how Geyser Gorge gets its name. There's a lot of geyser activity down this part of the forest. Yeah, it's been a long time since I've been down here, so hold on. I think I heard gunshots back there in the forest. Oh no. Oh, this is Simba 1 to Wilson. We just found the poacher's camp. I see tusks and horns everywhere, but no poachers.
Oh, not to worry. You drop them right into my patrol.
Well, roger that. We should be passing your patrol any time then. Over. Aww. Well, asante sana to you too, Wilson. Well, roger that. I'm glad you found that little baby elephant's mother. and I'm glad that we were all here to help you out. Over. Well, all right, everyone. We helped the warden to reunite that little elephant with its mother. That's one good thing. But unfortunately, I left the reserve. That means I've got to return into the warden's outpost up here. You know, it is just a short walk back to the Harambe village, though. Now, if you'd like to see any other wild animals out here today, go check out the Pangani Forest Exploration Trail when you leave. They always have lots of wild things down there to see, like gorillas and monkeys and an underwater hippo viewing pool. The bird forest full of all kinds of beautiful African birds. Large colonies of meerkats and little ugly naked mole rats. And all kinds of great things you'd never see out there on a reserve on a safari. And on our left-hand side back there is the railroad tracks for the Wildlife Express train. That train will take you to Rafiki's Planet Watch, where if you do have children, they will love it because they can get up close and touch animals out there. That's right, they have a little petting zoo for all the kids. They've got the animal hospital and a nutrition center, snakes and poison frogs and spiders as big as your head. Yes, lots of great things to see out there at Rafiki's. And it's air conditioned inside, most of it. That's always nice out here in this extreme heat we have.
Welcome. This is Gorilla Outpost, and we're lucky to get to see some of the Western Land gorilla family troop from this vantage point. Now he's the silverback. That means adult male. In the family troop, there's only one adult male. He can have anywhere between 1 and 8 mates. In this troop, he has 3 mates. But remember, polygamy has a downside. Not everybody gets to be the family gorilla. There's surplus males. The extra guys hang out together in what are called bachelor troops. And up ahead in the valley, there's a bachelor troop with 4 silverbacks in it. If you want to leave me that bird guide, I'll take it off your hands. You're all done with it. Now he's just resting here, and it's kind of hard to see how big he is when he's, you know, not up and about. He weighs close to 500 pounds.
Não tô com raiva da sua câmera, mesmo é rápido.
Não é minha, amor.
Hã?
Não é minha.
Da tua irmã.
Priscilla. Deixa eu aparecer um pouquinho aqui também, né, meu? Tem que ficar sem boné na bagaça, porque meu boné tá mal na fita, meu boné.
Agora a gente vai procurar excursão de trem.
Vamos procurar a excursãozinha, depois a gente volta a filmar. A gente ainda tá no caminho.
They've been here at our resort for over 12 years, and they've survived many hurricanes through the years with little to no damage. That's because they're made from bamboo and banana leaves. Some bamboo can grow 42 inches in one day, and it is stronger than wood.
Menino da cadeira de roda, tadinho. Tá me olhando e sorrindo? Bate nele. Tá me chavecando.